Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Hello everyone, this is Neronium. Welcome to the final part of the Fallout New Vegas live stream series. In this bonus part, we will be tackling the Mr. House ending, the Yes Man ending, and any achievements we ended up missing inside of the DLC, plus some collectibles in the form of the snow globes that we missed inside of the 2 DLCs in particular. So, first thing to keep in mind for Mr. House's ending, you will have to do the Omerta's quest for stopping their weapon shipment, and...
What do you have to report? Well done. They won't be causing any trouble then. Your next assignment is to locate and destroy remnants of the Mojave. The NCR nearly did the job at Helios 1 a few years ago, but there seem to have been... Given the Brotherhood's fanatical views on technology, they can be counted on to oppose my regime. Please, put them out of my misery. You're absolutely right. You must have had run-ins with them, as have I. Since 2278, I've lost 5 roaming Securitrons near Hidden Valley. I didn't receive any clear video of the incident, but telemetry from the units destroyed indicates they were attacked with energy weapons. It's obvious that the Brotherhood has a base in Hidden Valley or thereabouts. Finding it won't be easy, but getting inside will be the real trick. We're talking about a coterie of bulging-eyed fanatics who think all pre-war technology belongs to them. They'll never accept my using an army of robots to defend New Vegas. While it's a fight I can win, I'd rather sidestep it altogether.
Fair enough. So, we have to destroy the Brotherhood of Steel again. There was actually, just to keep in mind, a diplomatic option originally put in place for this quest line, but it was taken out of the game, so unfortunately you can't, activate it and have the Brotherhood of Steel defend New Vegas and, help out Mr. House. It's a shame, but it makes sense lore-wise. So, we just have to leave. Looks like everyone is not entirely aware that the bunker's gonna go boom boom. So let us leave once again. You're gonna notice a lot of overlap, so let us put on a stealthy boy. So let us leave the Hidden Valley bunker and not have to worry about anything. Oh, somebody sees me. Don't worry.
I promise the end will come quick.
Yeah, I promise the end will come quick. To you. So, I already emptied out the footlocker. Can't do it again. So, let us leave. And we are home free. Sorry, Brotherhood of Steel. It's time for you to go boom boom. I don't know why I'm still crawling. I can just get up and leave. Now, for the Mr. House ending, I had a save already programmed up to a certain point. And you will recognize this save because I had to reload to that save after I lost like 2 hours of progress one time. Boom. And tend to your business. That is, once again, dealing with Harden, which is to kill the Van Grabs. So, the Brotherhood of Steel has been defeated. And by defeated, I mean destroyed. So, let's go and talk to Mr. House again.
Have you destroyed the Brotherhood of Steel? Single-handedly destroying a Brotherhood of Steel bunker is quite an accomplishment. Platoons of NCR troops have died trying to do the same. This welcome news comes just in time, as events in the wider world are coming to a head. Aaron Kimball, the president of the new California Republic, is going to visit Hoover Dam to boost morale. Apparently, he hasn't considered the effect on the troops' morale of seeing their beloved leader get his brains blown out by a Legion sniper. I need you to make sure that no harm comes to President Kimball. It's fortunate that you've maintained good relations with the NCR.
All right.
Simple. An NCR ranger named Graham is in charge of security arrangements for the visit. Present yourself to him. Given your reputation, it's a near... Don't dally. The precise time of Kimball's visit is a close...
So we have to save Aaron Kimball, and you know when it will happen. And since we have the NCR to help us, we already just go up to Grant and follow the quest the same way. And this way, we have a few things that we have to do. It's best to get the ability to go up.
You're cleared to go on through.
So come to the top. This is the President's Vertibird. And there is Aaron Kimball, and there is an engineer. So you have to keep that engineer in mind.
Do you mind?
I mean, I do. Because you notice he will tamper with that.
Do you mind?
So, examine the Vertibird and remove the bomb.
Do you mind?
And we can't go into the visitor center to follow him. But when the president goes there, you have to make sure that there is a sniper.
Come back in a minute. I'm busy with security matters.
Yeah, but I found something. So, next you have to go to the back of the thing. You can see there is 2 rangers. One of them gets killed.
And it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privileges because you take the
What are you
greatest
doing up here?
risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifices. It is because this man is my private first class. Jeremy wants us to
And that's a crisis averted.
and the new California Republic remain free
Report.
and secure.
Damn it. I'll have a secure... I'm all...
Board in a tin shack on the outskirts of One Pine. Jeremy Watts has never had it easy. His father worked as a caravan guard on the short loop, and his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world as a prospector. They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood of War. Like our...
And there we go. You'll know when it happens. And if you look at the engineer, you have the redundant failsafe detonator, and he had a knife. So, that saves President Kimball, which means it's time for us to do 2 more quests, one of which being the final part of the ending. There he goes. There goes President Kimball. And there we go. You'll know when it happens. So, let us leave now. All we have to do is go back. I'm gonna go and loot that dead ranger, repair my stuff, and then we shall continue with the Mr. House ending. The Yes Man ending is exactly the same as the Mr. House ending, barring a few differences. And luckily, since you can do the Yes Man ending at any point in New Vegas. We will be doing it for when I was doing the NCR ending, so no worries. So let us do that. And let us go and talk to Mr. House. Tell him that President Kimball has, you know, been saved. So next stop, Mr. House. Now this last quest can get you in trouble with the NCR a lot if you don't know how to sneak with it. And I should be talking to Arcade Gannon.
What's up? I have to say I don't understand where you're going with Mr. House. The man's been If you help him kick the NCR and Legion out, if you can find a way to push Mr. House out of the picture...
Don't worry, we'll get to that point soon enough. But for right now, let us go to the penthouse. If I can load it up. Oh, I must have been talking to somebody at this point. So, let's go to the penthouse, and next up, we will talk to Mr. House and get everything we need.
If not for you, President Kimball would be dead. So you needn't feel guilty when the NCR's rout from Hoover Dam demolishes his political career.
So what's the next step?
The Legion has nothing left to wait for. Their assault on... Before that happens, I'll ask you to complete one other task. It may seem trivial, but that's far from... Between the Strip and Helios 1, humble as it appears, the substation has immense strategic value, for it's there that you'll jumpstart the Lucky 38's dormant reactor. Gain access to the substation's control room and install this override module. Just so you know, there are NCR troops guarding the station.
What is this dormant reactor?
The strain of defending Las Vegas from annihilation exceeded my power system's capacity. My primary reactor shut down. For years, I played a miser with my emergency power supply. I began to run out of reserves around the time I woke the first batch of Securitrons. Negotiating an allotment of power from Hoover Dam was crucial. That's what's powered the Strip for the past 7 years. I needed the operating software on the Platinum chip to bring it back online. And to start the reactor itself requires a tremendous jolt of current. Very attention-getting. The NCR has its hands full now, of course. I doubt they'll raise much of a fuss. With this accomplished, all preparations will have been made. The battle for Hoover Dam will be upon us before long.
All right, so let us go to the El Dorado substation, which easy way to get there is to go through Black Mountain. And this El Dorado substation is right on the other side of Black Mountain, which is easy enough to get. So here it is right here. And if you are walking and standing as normal, a regular NCR trooper will come up to you.
Stay out of the control room and enclosure or there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Okay. And, oh, you're following me. You're following me. Why are you following me? I don't like it. I don't like being followed. Don't follow me.
Not much happens here at the Dorado.
Wait. So, what we have to do is we have to get into the substation. Me thinking, okay, I will just take him out. Actually, no. It's better to sneak past him and then make it that he, you know, loses some stuff. So, gonna take that. Always good. Alright, nothing. And there will be 4 guards inside. So here's me doing that, and oh no, they're coming up. One of them's angry. What do we do? Well, it's a good thing I have another one of these stealthy stealth boys. All right. So that's good. So let's activate the terminal and power the substation. And there we go. So now we just need to report back to Mr. House, and we will be doing the Battle of Hoover Dam and final part of Mr. House's ending. So, let us head on back to Mr. House. And then, it's time we start. Random body flying. Just random freeside thug. So, let us go and do the second battle of Hoover Dam. It's pretty similar to the one that we ended up doing with the NCR, but there are a few differences and we go to a few different places. Easy thing to do. Make sure you have a speech of 75. Otherwise, you will have to take out some heavy NCR troopers, and it is, it's not fun. So, right now, if we talk to Arcade Gannon, he will give you the quest for Oblon Sign, but we're not going to be dealing with that. So, first things first, sleep in my lovely little bed. I don't know why. Just one last bed before a big battle. So, let us go and talk to Mr. House.
As you can see, Vegas is humming along. I've tested my C3I broadcasting arrays. Everything is in order. And just in time, as it turns out, the forces of Caesar's Legion are on the march, establishing a staging area east of the dam. Their assault could begin at any moment, so that's where you'll be heading, if you're ready. Hoover Dam.
So, the NCR will welcome my help.
Precisely. You'll have no trouble joining the battle on their side, and they'll be too distracted to notice why you're really there. Your objective is to reach a control room halfway across the dam and install an override module similar to the one you used at the substation. The override will enable me to control the entire dam's power output. You may remember how the bunker at the fort was rather dimly lit. Well, just like the Lucky 38, it needs a big jolt of electricity to power up. You've already uploaded the new operating system to the Securitrons. All they need is power, and they'll be in fighting trim.
So, I'm ready.
We've accomplished a great deal, you and I. One last task and our work is complete. I'll see you in the control room.
And here it is. So, let's do this. And that completes the House Always Wins quest line.
I need to talk to you about something. Any day now?
A little bit late for that, Arcade. So, we have 4 Oblong Sign, and we also have a Securitron that is following us. So we need to get to the inside. So let us take out the Tesla beaten cannon once more. And let us take on some Legion scum.
Let's get going.
And... oh, I missed. That time I didn't. Luckily, the Securitrons will take care of a lot of the Centurions. And Arcade Gannon does a lot of damage, too. So, we have everything in place. Remember, you also had to have the boomers help out, so the boomers are always a constant in this.
Get some.
So, let us kill some Legionnaires. Took off your head with a Tesla beaten cannon. And there are the boomers. All right, let's heal ourselves, healy dealy. Poor Arcade. right. Healy dealy. All right, we're going inside the Hoover Dam Tower because this is getting kind of hectic. So, once inside the Hoover Dam Tower, all we need to do is go into the Hoover Dam offices. And keep in mind, if you don't have a speech of 75, this could go badly, and you have to have a... you have to take out 2 NCR heavy troopers. One with a light machine gun, I believe the other one has a minigun. No,
Right there.
incinerator.
No one is allowed into the control room.
Okay. Don't mind me. Oh, no, he's got a shotgun. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna just sneak in. Might as well take something. Doctor's bag. Healy dealy. So here's me thinking like, okay, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? So follow me. I'm thinking I'm gonna sneak inside, not realizing I can talk to them. Hi!
You shouldn't be here. Damn it all to hell!
And there they go.
Leap.
So, let's override and...
I knew you'd make it. Resourceful as always. The override module is functioning properly. I'm rerouting power to the Securitron vault at the fort as we speak. I just need you to head over to the East Power Plant and manually activate the switch. When you return topside, I think you'll see that my Securitron army is a little more than the Legion was prepared to handle. Oh, and before you go, grab that printout spooling from the console here. Those papers set the terms for the NCR's unconditional surrender. I thought you might enjoy the honor of presenting them to the NCR's commanding officer once the Legion has been defeated. Cheers.
It's always fun, Mr. House. It's always fun. So we need to activate the Eastern Power Station. And as you can see, Mr. House's visage starts taking over the plant. So pretty much just go and activate that switch. It's inside that building. And all we have to do is take on the ever-loving Legate Linnaeus once again. So, when in doubt, shoot him in the head.
An envoy of Vegas.
Now here's the thing about Legate Linnaeus. He has a strength of 10. He is also extremely powerful. When he's low on health, he starts spamming grenades like crazy. So watch out for that. So, kill Linnaeus as fast as possible, otherwise you are going to be in trouble.
Here we go.
So, let us kill Linnaeus. Nope, those are Brahmin. There he is. There's the Legate. Shoot him in the head. Oh my god, he can slide. And the one who gets the kill is our ever-loving Arcade Ganon. So, why don't we see what he has on him? Well, he has 2 things in particular. The Blade of the East, his unique weapon that causes you to lose 2 HP for 10 seconds, and the Legate Helmet. And this is what he looks like normally. Interesting. So, let's deal with General Oliver and the NCR, but first things first, as always, there are Legionnaires to deal with. Right, and boom. There we go. That deals with you. Now let's go and deal with the one that's over here. Where'd you hide? Okay, you're right over there. So is there anyone else around here? Anyone? Anyone? Nope. Okay. There's one right there. Oh, my Beep Boop's got something. Don't worry, Beep Boop. Mom will help. Alright, so let us go and deal with General Oliver. And we got ourselves a Legionnaire over there. What in the world just happened? I killed a Brahmin and the man just suddenly has no gun. Now he suddenly has a gun? Oh, okay, okay. Okay, game. Do what you want. So that deals with everything that we need to do. So let's go and deal with the NCR General Oliver. And I think you'll like this. Sabotage mongrel cages. It's actually rather interesting what happens with this. More so in the Yes Man ending. And then I'll be quiet for the Mr. House ending that we have built up. And then we will go into doing Yes Man. So, there's me wearing the Legate's helmet. For I am the Reckoning. I am the NCR's Reckoning. First Recon Beret. Bounty Hunter Duster. Let's make sure we have 100 speech, because we don't have 100 speech at the moment. There we go. And let's go and deal with this.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for. Vegas? What, the families? Or house? You're talking about house. What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here. What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, here we go. Demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it go. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam, and certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new... We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard, Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they'd turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look, house, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. Think about it before you sign on with him. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have its problems, but when we're riled, watch out. I'm not going to throw away the lives of my men just to make a point. And there'll be other days.
And there we go. So?
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the General, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And there you go. All or nothing.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded her every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, both out of gratitude and a quiet pride in his choice of lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's Land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
The death of the Mojave Brotherhood came much too soon for Veronica, and in their absence, she felt truly lost. Yet in its wake, she took small comfort in her decision to remain by their side through their few remaining days.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Good Springs as a token of appreciation for helping the courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy Caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the courier to take her medication regularly, Lily's mind eventually attained a semblance of clarity. Her memories dulled by the pills, she cast aside the recording of her grandchildren, no longer remembering its significance.
Accusing the kings of lying with a foreign invader for their newfound ties to the NCR, Mr. House punished them by ordering their forced removal. The kings, defiant to the end, were destroyed to the last man by House's Securitrons.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the majority of the Vault 19 powder gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
And so the courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
And now, welcome to the Yes Man portion of the ending, where we have loaded up right after we just saved President Kimball, and this was my NCR ending file I had done before we did the DLC. So,
oh, hi!
I'm ready for you to join me at the Lucky 38, Yes Man. So remember, this means that we have completed for Odlon Sign, and we don't have Arcade Ganon anymore, so we have instead done everything we need to do for every quest line. We've met every single one of the factions. We've already done all of their quests. So all we need to do is just tell Yes Man, okay, ignore. We can even tell him to ignore the Brotherhood of Steel. And he has a funny response to that. I actually really like it. It's actually really funny. It's one of my favorite lines of the game.
Hi! This is big. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck. This is my fault. Wow.
So, here's where you have to know about the tribes. You have to talk with each one of them. You have to meet them at least once for Yes Man in order to be able to put the option to ignore them.
A cannibalism? That's... Really?
It's the Brotherhood.
Well, that's a surprise. They'll really want to blow me up. But maybe dumb...
I love that line. So, once again, we just go back to the El Dorado substation, and we do all that. So, as you can see, we are inside the NCR for the Battle of Hoover Dam once again. You just have to do everything that you did with Mr. House with Yes Man.
You shouldn't be here. Damn it all to hell. Let's...
So, there we go. Simple as that.
Next stop, Hoover Dam, huh? When we get there, can we stop by the souvenir shop? Their beaver mascot is just precious.
I knew there's a reason why I love you. So, now there are two options you can do for Yes Man, and he will say them right now.
Hi! Nice to see you again. So, we can blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say?
Send power to the fort.
Yes! This is gonna be fun! I'm unlocking the East Power Plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the Legion and NCR.
All right. So, just like before, we ended up going through the endings and everything with the El Dorado substation with Yes Man.
Let's get going.
And we just have to go and now deal with General Oliver. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting, and I do love this ending.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for. And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley. Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar. I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige. Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and... You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook or I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. But I wasn't expecting a fight when I came up here. And now that we're talking, I don't like the sound of things. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
My sycophant tells me yes.
Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours can do on a bad day, and I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hanged.
I love this part. Here's me deciding what to do, and I see. Yes, ma'am. Please throw General Oliver from the dam, please.
What the hell? No, get away from me, you goddamn TV on wheels.
Gruesome. I like you.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry, everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters, so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
And there you go. No gods, no masters.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the woman responsible for a truly free New Vegas. She ensured that Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and that neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
The peace with NCR served to ease Veronica's worries about the Brotherhood's immediate future. Still, a distance had arisen between her and her fellow members that would never be bridged. She began secluding herself in crumbling libraries of the old world, learning of promising technologies she knew the Brotherhood would never adopt.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
Arcade was tending to the locals of Freeside when he learned that Caesar's Legion had been defeated, and NCR was being pushed out of New Vegas. Though he found that independence for New Vegas was not all he hoped it would be, Arcade did his best to help the locals govern themselves.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy Caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Encouraged by the courier to take her medication regularly, Lily's mind eventually attained a semblance of clarity. Her memories dulled by the pills, she cast aside the recording of her grandchildren, no longer remembering its significance.
Following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, Freeside came to be known as one of the more stable areas in the region. Ironically, NCR refugees found Freeside safer than most of the rest of New Vegas, where resentment still lingers.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the majority of the Vault 19 powder gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful robotic eye.
Despite distinguishing themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, the Rangers' victory was short-lived due to the courier's interference. Chief Hanlon personally directed the evacuation of the Rangers to Mojave Outpost as they fell back into NCR territory. Bitter over the waste of life in the Mojave, Hanlon stepped down from his post. After a campaign in which he denounced Oliver's and Kimball's hawkish imperialist ways, Hanlon was elected as the Senator of Reading.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
And with that, we are done with all the endings of New Vegas. So let's get some achievements, shall we? So first off, we have the Desert Survivalist, which is to eat 10,000 things of food throughout the wasteland. Obviously, it's been a while since we have done certain things. This is after I've already done all the DLC. So to eat 10,000 food, we were close. So let us eat. And let us check. All right, and 1. And there you go. Desert Survivalist. As you can see, I'm doing the NCR ending again, so don't worry about that. Nothing really changes. You can, if you do the right sequence, get Leggett Lanise to kind of freak out about Graham, so there is that. I was trying to get that to work, but I couldn't get it to work inside this little quest line, and I apologize for that. I ate so much food that I have just like so much health regeneration that my health doesn't even go down. So the next achievement we're going to be getting is something that I kind of ignored a lot in this game, and that was pickpocketing. We have to pickpocket 50 people overall within the wasteland to get the Artful Pocketer one. So here is number 50. We're going to just pickpocket this mercenary. And there you go. Artful Pocketer. There we go. We have done it. So.
Damn.
Dirty coward.
Now we murder. 2. And bada boop. Next up, we get the Gunrunner's Arsenal achievements that were added into the Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC. The first one we are going to be getting is to do 10,000 damage with unique weapons or weapons that say Gunrunner's Arsenal on them. You can also use special weapons. That does count. So, the next one we'll be getting are the level 1s. You have to do 3 level 1 Gunrunner's Arsenal challenges. So you got You Don't Belong in This World, and I believe the other one I do is to destroy 15 robots with a .5656 pistol. Yes, benefit of the hazard. Once you get your third one, you get up to the challenge. That is for completing the 3 level 1 challenges in the Gunrunner's Arsenal. Next, we have the 3 level 2 challenges. There are a few level 2 challenges, and it's best to do these challenges while you're doing the game and not wait till the end like I am, because otherwise you have a chance of locking yourself out of some of the challenges. It is possible to do them all, it just is a little bit difficult. So for the level 2 challenges that we will be doing, they are to eliminate 15 mutants with a 5.56 millimeter pistol. Yeah, they have to be super mutants. They can't be anything else. We are going to be taking care of... you can either do Gamora, the... what is it called? You can do Gamora, you can do the Ultra Lux, or you can do the tops, and you have to attack them with a chain gun or with a light machine gun. So once you do this, it's Nancy. And the third challenge we ended up doing that I did off screen was to, I believe it was killing, how many was it? It's a certain amount. I'm trying to remember what the third challenge was because this took me a couple of hours to do. These challenges in particular. What was the other one? Right. You have to destroy Mr. Gutsies in the wasteland. Certain Mr. Gutsies in the wasteland with certain weapons. So, let's kill Chairman White Glove Society. And again, it's just like the level 1 challenges. You have to do 3 of them and you'll be able to do it. One thing you can do if you kill Mr. House with Driver Nefai's golf club, that will actually get you one of the level 2 challenges called A Slave Obeys, which is an obvious reference. And the last ones are the level 3 challenges. The level 3 challenges are by far the hardest challenges in the game to do. But it is possible. There, Mary Joie. And yeah, see? And there you go. Combat Veteran. And now for the level 3 challenges. I ended up killing Deathclaws with a 22mm silenced pistol. I ended up beating up Mr. Gutsies and Handies with brass knuckles. And then I killed 15 of the NCR's labeled and uniquely named members with a machete, because I ran out of unique Legionnaire people to kill because I kind of did that too much. So hello, Rachel Grant. And finally you get pros only, and that is all the achievements for completing the NCR. Not the NCR. That's all the achievements for Gunrunner's Arsenal. There are 4 achievements total. So now, all we have to do is go into the DLC. So, turns out to get the cash out one, you actually have to kill Father Elijah. The moment you kill Father Elijah, he will give you the cash out achievement.
You think you can run? This entire structure is mine to command. You hear me down there?
And there you go. Cash out. With that, we have completed Dead Money and all of its... we have completed all of Dead Money's different achievements that are in the game achievement-wise for the 360. So now we just need to escape. I figured I might as well just show this off. There's no difference in the ending for doing this. So after this, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be getting ourselves the the missing snow globes, as well as the missing warheads that we have to get inside of the divide in Lonesome Road. There are 5 of them left. 2 of them are in Rar's cave because I had died and I didn't get them again. 1 of them is by Ulysses' temple, and 2 of them are in Courier's Mile. Once we do all that, we will be able to say that we have gotten all but 3 achievements in Fallout New Vegas. One of which is to play through hardcore mode. Once you play through hardcore mode completely from the beginning, from the first prompt you get for it, and then you end up going to the end, you will end up having everything that you need. So there we go. That deals with everything we need. Here's me just checking, just back in the casino just for fun. And here we are inside of the general store in Zion Valley for the limited edition snow globe that is inside the general store. I passed it and I hate it, but not as much as I ended up hating myself for passing the snow globe inside of Lonesome Road. So that's all we need to do here inside of Honest Hearts. So next up, we're going to be going over to the final DLC, which is our lovely canyon. And we are going to be dealing with Rar once more, getting the last of the warhead detonations, and then finally getting ourselves the last snow globe in the entire game. And then we are done with New Vegas, folks. Oh, there he is, the mighty Rar. So let us drink some rushing water. Let us eat some Yao Guai meat. Let us do some psycho. And let us take some medics. There we go. So now we just need to deal with Rar, which, so long as you're hidden, it's fine. If not, have fun. So, let's try and change over what we need to do. Or what am I doing? I don't remember. Really though, it's hard to believe that we've come so far. I should mention there are two more achievements I could have gotten in this video. I ain't playing Caravan. Caravan is a card-based minigame that you use the different cards from different places to build a deck. It's made by Ringo, the guy who you save in Good Springs. And basically, the two achievements are to win 3 games of Caravan and then win 30 games of Caravan. I hate Caravan. I hate it so much. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to look for stuff to drop because Rar's fist is very heavy for the Fist of Rar. All right, so let us put on some hollow points. And hello there, Rar. Here's one in the eye. And here he comes. Now shoot him in the leg. And that deals with Rar. Kind of easy to deal with when you're level 50, but that's besides the point. So remember, there are 2 warheads inside of here that we had gotten technically, but I had ended up dying, so I never got them again. There are also some inside of Ulysses Temple. You can go back into Ulysses Temple after the whole event with the marked men. So that's actually really good because there were a bunch of stealth boys in there, and I am going to need them when going through Courier's Mile because that place is irradiated to hell, and there are like 10 or 20. There's like 10 Deathclaws in there. There is also like a bunch of irradiated marked men. So let us blow up number 26. So that deals with that. And number 27. The next one after we do this. So first things first, I want to grab these supplies. So blow this up. 27. And now our next destination is over this way. So as you can see, we are by Ulysses Temple. Right over here on the map is where this next one is. It's kind of hidden in the wall. That's why I had missed it. So let us get number 28 with the laser detonator. And now for Courier's Mile, which you can fast travel to easily once you have discovered it. So that's good. So let us now head on over to Courier's Mile and cry ourselves to sleep. So here's where one of the warheads is. It's in the upper corner by a bunch of the irradiated markmen. You will know where it is because there will be a bunch of irradiated markmen there. I have already killed all of the Deathclaws in here after getting killed about 5 times because they can one-shot you in here and it's not fun. So that's number 29. The final warhead is actually located by where all those Deathclaws are, and you will see their bodies. Trust me on this. Hello, marked men. So, let us use a stealthy stealth boy. Make sure you have a lot of right-of-way for this, otherwise you are going to get irradiated to hell. This place literally just got nuked. Yet it's still less irradiated than Vault 87 in Fallout 3, interestingly enough. So, let us go over this way. And then after this, we're going to get the final one. Here's one of the irradiated Deathclaws. Here's the map to see where it is. So we were in the upper northern quadrant of the map, and what we need to do is we need to go a little bit more towards the southern end. You can see all the Deathclaw bodies over there that I had to kill. A lot of dead Deathclaws. Somebody got vaporized. They had a doctor's bag and some rat away and some stuff. But the most important thing we need to find here is the warhead. So here's me looking at the map again, trying to make sure, okay, am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. And the warhead is right there, right by all the other Deathclaws. Let's take some rat away and everything. So, the irradiated markman, and there it is, the final one. This will be the final achievement we get in this Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Kaboom! Warhead Hunter. That is for finding all 30 warheads within the Divide. So, our last thing we need to do is get the Lonesome Road snow globe, which, believe it or not, we actually passed it at the Junction 7 rest stop. Yep, remember where all those tunnelers were that I was scared for after I kind of panicked? Well, it was on one of the shelves. It's kind of hard to see because I was crouching, but let us go to the Junction 7 rest stop and let us get the final bobblehead. Funny enough, there is actually a campfire around here where Ulysses will be sitting. So here's a dead marksman. And what we need to do is we need to look in one of the bookcases and we will get the final snow globe. This one is all destroyed, which is rather interesting. Kind of really cool detail. And you found a limited edition Mojave Landmark snow globe. And with that, we are done. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Neronium. And I thank you all for coming on this long journey of Fallout New Vegas with me. Stay tuned in the future for when I do the new California mod and any other mod playthroughs of Fallout New Vegas. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more Fallout content, check out the top link for a complete playthrough of Fallout 3. And if you want to see more content from me, check out the bottom link for a playthrough of Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. Thank you all for watching and see you all next time.